Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing with me on today. Life is a highway. I want to drive it all night. Growing in God. All day. Seeking to touch the face of God. Growing in love. Sowing love. On this, my journey. This highway of life. On my highway of life, there's been many stops, but this one stop will stay with me for the rest of my life for more than one reason. It was a reason to grow, and that reason was God, because I had all really would let go, giving up. It wasn't nothing else there like to go on for. I was devastated, knocked to my knees, because someone had accused me of doing something that I didn't do. And I really had no way of standing up to defend myself or to say that, hey, it didn't go down this way. It didn't happen like what you think it happened like, because I'm coming up against an entity. And this entity, there was no way of me trying to defeat it, little old me. I, as growing, hearing God, I seek to really clear my name and justify the reasoning, because I never set out, in all of our mistakes, no matter how good intentions that we have, we're still wrong. But you got to look at the whole great picture. You got to look at the oppression that is trickled down, that has happened, that we live up under. That we were denied justice. We were denied the right as human beings. Then this came on down the line. It did, and some people don't like to look back, but we have to look back to understand where we're growing. That a system of injustice has occurred to a group of people, and another group of people, and another group of people, and another group of people. But a certain group of people have never gotten any type of recognition. It just was swept under the rug, because this certain group of people really didn't matter. At one point in time, they were only 3/5 of a human being. So I say that to say this. What happened was I did 9 months in federal prison. I turned myself in on a cold day. It's a cold day. Mama came knocking. Came to pick me up, promising she was going to help take care of my babies. And Stan was there. He said he was going to help take care of my baby. Between the two of them, they was going to get it done while I go do 9 months down. God stepped in. God stepped in because it was the first time in my life that I wasn't in control of me. I couldn't say when I can get up, go eat, when I want to go outside, when I want to do it. If I don't want to be out, I can go over here. I can leave, get in the car, and go here. I couldn't go nowhere because these people said I did this, and I didn't do that. I had joint custody of my children, and my children were coming back and forth from here to California. So, as we grow, my life is an open book. I have nothing to hide. There is no future in your front. If you can't tell someone how you have overcome If you can't lift someone, what are you here for? To lift you? To who? To no one. We are here to tell our stories. To God get the glory, and we the victory. Because as we bless others, we become blessed. Now I understand. I understand it wasn't about destroying me. It wasn't about trying to seek after things, after people. It was seeking within an inner peace and inner happiness and inner joy. See, God took everything away, took all my focus away, took it all away. And one night, I was laying there in the bunk crying out to God. Why me, God? Why me, God? Why this happened to me? I don't do nothing to nobody but take care of my children. I live for my children. And the voice just as powerful, except deeper, stronger, said, no, you live for me. So then that was a turning point in my life. I understand. I'm on a journey. So we okay. We got to kind of turn. We doing a deep. You ever been on one of them curves that really swing you around? Well, that's what God did with me. Okay, now I got your attention. Okay, now you're going to swing around this way. Almost like a U-turn. You're going to swing around this. See, you on the wrong direction. You wasn't on the path. And God got me on path. A woman on track for God. God got me on path. Now my feet are on solid ground. I understand. When I was in there, I'm in there with women who doing some time in the camp. It was no gates, no fences. You know, the guards didn't walk around with pistols. Wasn't no dogs. You know, it was like a dormitory. You know, it wasn't nothing luxury. No, not at all. But through all the little minor distractions and different things that went on there, because it wasn't nothing really big, because the people there were just trying to do their little time and get on back to their families. So it wasn't that kind of atmosphere. It's more of a loving type environment. We were like sisters coming together. You know, you had police officers, nurses, judges. I mean, entrepreneurs, people, CEOs of big companies. That's who I was in there with. And we came together with what is the backbone of all religion, and that's love. We came together in love. I'm going to tell you something. They may have had a little bickering, disagreement, but honey, they resolved it. They didn't have to get them guards involved, because they understand what that meant. You know, you in trouble. You gonna leave here and you going to the FCI. So, even though it wasn't no gates around it, did nobody walk off? I heard stories of them going to the store, but I don't know how they did that. It didn't happen when I was there. I don't know how you do that. You got a uniform on. Ain't no clothes. The T-shirts, all that, they know about that. So, to God be the glory. God brought me out of that. You know, first 2 weeks of crying, just, and now, you know, and then when you go through something like that, your family, you know, it's a yellow ribbon tied for you. Yeah, it's a yellow ribbon tied for you, and this the lighthouse, honey. This just how loud it is in here, in the lighthouse. But yeah, there's a yellow ribbon tied for you, but, you know, sometimes it ain't much else left. But, you know, when I got out, I asked God, how they really get loud. I asked God, how am I to start over? How do I start over from this, God? What do I do? And I was just led every day. God just led me in the right direction, the right way to grow. And it was like sometimes, some days, it was like I was out of myself. But then I knew that I was being guided. I knew that God was there with me. I heard the voice of the Lord. And then in the haunted house, I heard the voice of a woman who told me to be quiet, to go and sit down and stop arguing with him. And when I stopped arguing with him, he didn't have no other reason to fight with me, because whatever he said didn't bother me. Whatever he said went in one ear and out the other. I didn't let it bother me no more. And when he saw that he couldn't even pick a fight with me about anything, he couldn't just say something crazy and send me there. When he saw he couldn't do that no more, then he told me to turn my back on growth. Oh no, you acting too good. You're doing too right. See, we need some friction. We need some fight. We need some drama. We need some chaos, negativity. We need all that. We need that to begin again. But there was God. There was God in the background, and God already knew, as the ultimatum came to me, that I was growing for the breakthrough. So, love, I grow. Nothing good is in vain. It's worth all the pain. I want you to remember that, kings and queens. Nothing good is in vain. It's worth all the pain. The blood, sweat, and tears and sacrifice you have to go through, you grow through. God used an atheist one day to lift me. Someone that I didn't even know, on a discouraging day that I was having, just a sad day. I was growing, but I was really growing through on this day. Next thing you know, I got the tweet. Said, keep on going. And I looked up, this nice. That was really nice. Somebody I don't even know. I go over and follow them. Went over there to follow. First thing I seen, atheists in blue, atheists. Well, no, I can't follow you. You don't even believe in God. God is love, the backbone to all religion. God is love. That's what they've forgotten about. See, people have gotten away from God, and God is here. But people have gotten away from God because the evil is so near. Evil is right here in front of us. They see evil so much, and they think God is just some magician just going to come in and stop evil. You pray and there it is, bam, But what about you? What about you? What are you doing to change? What are you doing to make change? Are you being the change? Or are you part of the problem? See, because when you sit there and wag fingers and talk, it's a call to action, a call to arms. Not those kind of arms. We got too many of them arms. See, they think everybody's supposed to be armed. That's the problem. Everybody's supposed to be armed. And you see what just happened in beloved Chicago. You can't even go to a 4th of July parade. You can't go anywhere. A 4th of July parade, where baby's at, he up there shooting and still out there. But they think everybody's supposed to be armed. You got all these shootings everywhere. But everybody's supposed to be armed. But you look at other countries. They don't have these type of mass shootings all the time. As in the United States. It's a problem when you can't have a parade. When you have that kind of rain on your parade, bullets raining down, it's a problem. Rain is one thing, but the rain of bullets is another thing. It's a problem. It's time to do some changing. And if you got people in there who are not willing to do anything about gun violence, it's time to vote some people in there who will. It's time for you to say you want to be the change and be the voice. I'm not part of politics. I'm not in it. I'm going to speak on it because I'm here. I'm in this world, but I'm not of this world. Transformed by a renewing of my mind. A warrior on top for God. A queen rising. Be the change. Do your part in the world where your voice can be heard. Do your part in the world where your voice can be heard. This is where my voice can really be heard. It's on this podcast. This is where I can reach out and tell you, hey, somebody loves you. You are somebody in God. And matter of fact, I love you too. Rise, take my hand virtually, and let's reach out like any man and touch the face of God. If you keep seeking, you will find him, and he will be found of you. You just keep growing every day in God, rising to reach your great. Even though you may disappoint, you just do the right thing that's in front of you. Do the right thing that's in front of you, and the right thing shall follow you. God is good. When you do good, there go good. There grow God. The blessings shall rain down. See, because if we want change, we got to be the change in the community. We got to grab hold of these people. These people got people. We got to grab hold of these people, reach out, and start lifting, start making a difference. You see the signs, you know, the signs are there. Make a change. Don't let this go. It's up to us to save us. That's why people think that it ain't no God, because they think about religion. But you got to think within yourself. The Spirit of God is within you. Zechariah 4:6. Not by might, not by power, but by Spirit. If you got the Spirit of God within you, you got all of that. You got everything. You ain't wanting for nothing. All you got to do is do. All you got to do is make the difference for you. Be the breakthrough. Be the change. Be the one. The Love, Peace, and Soul train is coming to a city near you or straight to you. I'm telling you, hon, we own one. And that is God. That's what we own. The Love, Peace, and Soul train rolling on full steam. And we going to roll on to genuine equality and righteousness shall flow like a mighty stream. Because his dream is our dream. His dream is our dream. I'm here to tell you, honey, it is what it is. But it ain't going to be as we grow, as we rise, as we live, as we sow. It's hard work, I know, but look how hard evil working. Evil, let me tell you something. Evil don't stop. Evil goes 24/7. That's how we got to do. We got to work for the Lord, for his kingdom building purposes 24/7. We got to counteract the evil. Defense. We got to do defense, honey. We got to get on defense on top of that evil. So 24/7, we got to be lifting, reaching, touching, growing. We got to be dreaming about growing. We got to be dreaming about how we going to rise up tomorrow and reach our grade. We already know what they going to say. When you go in, when you step in, how they going to look at you. Didn't you wear, I like the last time you wore that dress. It was cute then. But the last time you wore it with them other, see, people just take you there. They'll say different things, but you got to rise up. You got to wise up and rise up. You got to grow over it. I'm telling you, because people, you can't control nobody's mouth, honey. I know. Grow. Because I'm telling you, they told me some things too. Honey, he said I wasn't going to be nothing. He said, wasn't nobody going to love you. Ain't nobody going to want you. Ain't nobody going to love you. But, see, it's a thing called recycling. See, God recycled me. And I came out brand new. Matter of fact, I look better now than I did 20 years ago, honey. I'm telling you, it's God. It's the God in me. So now he say, you're doing great. I'm following you. Okay. Okay. God's the leader. Follow God, not evil. I'm telling you, God's the leader. Follow God, not evil. On this highway of life. Growing for a better way. Rising every day. God, me, you, all over the world, keep sowing, lifting, growing for the breakthrough. I'm telling you, because the Spirit of God is within you. You got to believe, honey. You got to believe that you are a legend and you got a purpose here on this earth. It's a reason you were born. And it's not here just to be working all your life, just to be working. And it's more to it. And I found that out. It's more to it than working and seeking after this and paying bills and running here and there and doing this and doing that and all caught up here and there. God is within and God wants to work on you. And sometimes you got to be alone for God to do it. Sometimes God got to put you in a quiet place. God got to sit you down, and it could be through sickness. So you can understand who is really in control right now and who really got you here growing. It's God. You're not here for you. You're not here for things, your kids or your beautiful dreams, but it's beyond them. It's beyond family. It's here for God on a beautiful spiritual journey. God bless you as you grow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. God bless you, kings and queens.